Okay, here we are. Dream Warriors 50.4. Talking about something that, boy, movie that really took me, it affected me. No movie like this in a long time, has kind of encouraged me to talk about it with a lot of other people. And just doing this intro right now makes me look at the movie a little bit differently. And I love discussing it. I like arguing about it. I like, and like real adult arguments, people, not the screaming at the top of the hills arguments, but real discussion, idea driven arguments. Yeah, so the movies Get Out. You heard about it, you know about it. This is Dream Warriors 50.4. And let's just hit that music and jump into the fray.
We're the Dream Warriors. We won't dream no more. We're the Dream Warriors. And maybe tonight you'll be gone.
Yeah, so just to set things up, okay? You are going to listen to a pretty much a totally spontaneous. I was sick at the time, not fever sick, maybe a little bit fever sick. Initial reaction to Get Out. Okay, and I thought it would be important to document that for all kinds of reasons. Kind of because people shift ideas, they shift their point of view, and this is a part of human nature. This is a part of who we are, and it should be embraced. People are hypocrites by just by nature. Nature made us hypocrites, and to deny that is to take away a little bit of our ability to change, and that we kind of translate that to control. And you cannot control me. I'm a free thinking, freewheeling, gun blazing, kiss stealing son of a. That was my Ric Flair impression. Really bad, really bad. But it's early. It's early. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got run. Like I got run out of here. I just wanted to do this, but it's August 31st, 9 a.m. And this is for immediate release. So what the whole idea is I wanted to do a fresh intro, and kind of like a post Dream Warriors theme song introduction into my Get Out. My initial Get Out review, because this leads into Dream Warriors 51, where Mark and I, who is a huge advocate for the movie, him and I we spar, we go back and forth, and just so you understand my if we to build a baseline, to get a little bit of a foundation for my position. And I went through this with a lot of people. I actually, at the time, which was only a few days ago, that Mark and I recorded Dream Warriors 51. Two people I work with, I spoke to this movie about, and they both agreed. So I do have some allies with how I feel about this movie. Okay, and it's nothing to do with the social aspect of Get Out. It is merely logic within the story. What's unfolded, what are we told, what is seen, how is it laid out for us. Okay, for me as a part of the audience, that is what I want, that is what I go for. I want to see it unravel, I want to see things unfold, I want to have dots connected, and it's never perfect, because that would be me being like a poor audience member of expecting things to be perfect, expecting dots to perfectly align, expecting every plot thread to be realized and revealed. No, I think I would say that the respectable audience member should understand that these are products, these are films, and there's a lot of people involved, and sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not. But there's always good intention with film. And why is that? Like, why can you just take the same approach to Transformers that you do with something like Drive, the Ryan Gosling Drive? Transformers and Drive for me are equal. They're equal movies, and it's because they are just breeding grounds of creativity, and what creativity does to the audience when they see it unravel and kind of blossom in front of you. Blossom's the right word for that. It's to me, it's thrilling. It's thrilling to see just ideas thrown at you, ideas unfolding, new things happening, things you never expected or anticipated. And believe it or not, this is what exactly caught on about Get Out. Get Out was a jolt of creativity more than anything. And I sat down. I was, again, a little bit feverish. I got through the movie, but when I sat down to engage in it, it was a bigger movie in my mind. I will freely admit that, because of what Mark said, hyping the movie up into me seeing it, and kind of what the internet wave was. Okay, so that can kill you. That can kill you. I'm waiting. I'm really waiting to watch this movie again, though. Like, I'm waiting to have a lot of this heat in me die down, like simmer down, and I want to just wait and watch it with a set of fresh eyes again, because I'm very curious on, and I'm curious. There's like a need in me to discover this, to discover what happens. What happens to my receptors when I absorb. That is Dallas just jumping off the loft now, and he's coming over here. Good morning, buddy. He just took a morning nap after his food. Oh yeah, he's just hanging out. So yeah, I just want to know how I absorb the movie differently through time. And we're approaching Oscar season. I'm sure Get Out is going to be in the conversation, probably nominated for Best Original Screenplay. Might win Best Original Screenplay. It will get Oscar play. Okay. Definitely get Oscar play, and that's going to pull me out of it even more, because all that's going to have to, again, just like get out of the frying pan, not even into the fire, but out of the frying pan onto a plate to cool off. And when it cools off, I'm going to go right back in there and check it out again. And who knows? Again, I might be a hypocrite. We might be we might be listening to hypocrisy emerge and flow out of my skin and my pores and my veins and bleed from my eyes. I could be setting myself up to be the biggest hypocrite ever. But we embrace it and we understand it, and this is why we document it. This is why we do Dream Warriors, because we just want to dream of possibilities and ideas, and make stuff happen. Again, everything here just started with two guys in front of a snowball recording microphone. Oh, and that's my phone. So here, we'll take that as a cue, and let's. Where is my phone? Okay. Here we go, people. Initial Get Out review. Go. Okay, and we're going. Oh, solo right now. Let's just bring up the timestamp. July 23rd, 2017. It's Sunday, 7:25 p.m. Was supposed to record with Mark today, and just woke up with a just woke up sick. That simple. Woke up with a head cold, congested, canceled the brunch Canceled. Something else tomorrow. Um, kind of like slowed everything down. Just really spent the day between the sketch pad, the couch, the laptop, and occupying Dallas. And also obviously canceled with Mark. We were supposed to record episode 49, Dream Warriors 49, on the road to 50, and I think we're going to discuss Valerian. And I tried to see it yesterday, um, and that's when I started to get hit with this head cold. And it was supposed to be a 7:30 Saturday night showing, which I would have went to. But by at this time right now, Valerian I think pulled in 14 million, $202 million budget. U.S. domestic right now it is it's looking ugly, very ugly. That's the whiff of the summer right now. I don't care. I love Luc Besson. Loved him ever since I think my senior year of high school. That's when Fifth Element came out. I just going off the top of my head, I want to say that was '97. I saw that movie about 5 times in the theater. Completely obsessed with it. Um, I do feel like that movie, even then, was so impactful that it took away the ooh and ah of Star Wars Episode 1 because it beat the visuals to the punch and just took it and like kind of like a rounded glossy, and by rounded I mean like a lot of the spaceships and architecture has curves very similar to episode 1. Yeah, I mean like people got their fill. Episode 1 did it, didn't have enough Star Wars, and people just checked out. That simple. uh, I think a similar impact happened with Tomb Raider 1 and the Cradle of Life leading into, and National Treasure 1 and 2 leading into Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think people got their fill of that type of adventure. And The Librarian from TNT and TBS, starring Noah Wiley, also a part of that take. And yeah, and keep in mind too, leading into Star Wars Episode 1, post between um, Fifth Element, Star Wars Episode 1, we like during that fill was also I would kind of consider a golden age of television science fiction led by the endlessly revolving Star Trek post Next Generation TV series. So we had things like Earth 2, DSV, Space Above and Beyond, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek um, Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5. Again, taking away thunder. Okay, so the audience had their stuff. So anyway, the reason why I'm sitting down, and this is a thought out shelf episode that I might just put out. Not immediately. I will. Depending on how it comes out. If this comes out good, I'm gonna put it out. But Mark, like I'm thinking of you when I do the show, because I feel bad. I hate canceling anything Dream Warriors related because I like to keep the train going. But I can tell I'm contagious. Mucus and snot is green. That's a no go. But Mark's been very much behind this Get Out movie. Last night, I sent him 2 text messages while I was watching the movie, and a little bit of a, let's get sick phase. And the first message was something to the context of, I'm 10 minutes in on Get Out. I'm about to stop the movie. And the second one was at the end was Get Out is complete garbage. And that was it. So, did a couple other things last night. Woke up today. Did housework and then mostly just all work related stuff. Didn't go to the gym. Very much quarantined myself. But like letting thoughts about this movie roll through my brain, taking notes throughout the day. And then I started to watch this it's a Build series with Jordan Peele. I didn't even know her name up until now, Allison Williams, and the focus star Daniel Kaluuya. So I watched some of this Build series, and it's a 41-minute interview. I got about 20 minutes into it, and it just added to outrage. This is what Mark and I just witnessed happen with Baby Driver on really good cocaine. I'm talking about the cocaine that doesn't drive you into a wall when you come down on the high. I'm talking like it's a little bit smoother. And there's only one way to find cocaine like that, and that you just have to look around. Like spend money and know who to go to. Because it's not like you can tell. You just have to do it. But yeah, cocaine. Where Baby Driver was this immediate adulation, must see, stylistic triumph. It's a rarity. This is what we have to like. This is cinema. This is the direction. Like all these things that you want to hear when you love film, when you love movies, and that. This episode is really the definition of Dream Warriors, because what I'm about to discuss doesn't exist, because I looked around. I don't know, maybe I'll do some more digging and add an update before this gets released, but I don't know. Everyone on social media love this movie. I dare to even say what it has on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got to be close to 100%. We could let's look that up right now. There you go, Rotten Tomatoes. We're just going to go right into Get Out. Not that I even care what Rotten Tomatoes, but I'm just curious. Get Out is not 99%. 99%. What's The Godfather on Rotten Tomatoes? What are we doing? Is this it? Okay, Godfather is 99%. Wow. Godfather 2 is 97%. I think 2 is better than 1. I don't know. One just do like E.T. because I love E.T. People tell me maybe that movie didn't age well, but man, that movie has wonderment. E.T. is at 98%. Get Out is higher than E.T. and equal to Godfather. The heck are we doing? What are we doing? If that doesn't strip away any validation of Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know what else will. Obviously, I did not like this movie. It's very clear at this point. Why didn't I like it? Jeez, I sat down wanting to just be taken for a ride, and holy crap, what seriously, taken to school. And what's upsetting is that it's recorded, it's documented, it's published around the world, because we have listeners around the world, we have downloads around the world. Mark saying that this movie does not take you to school, and it's subtle. And I'm interested to go back and listen to Mark's direct quotes, because part of my anger is towards his perspective, which is very similar to everyone online, like eerily similar. So what do we have with Get Out? We have a fantastic Twilight Zone episode. The logic of the movie completely falls apart. The rules of the movie do not exist. And we have a hollow shell of an idea, but it's a fantastic idea. I even think like making something that is race baiting, because that's essentially what this movie is. The movie is that race baits as heavily as this movie does. That once that wants you to believe in racism, Okay, and and like the one thing, African Americans, again, black friends, black family, black people, uh, do not want you to say they hate it when you say, I'm not racist, I have black friends. That's like a no go, okay? Which I never really understood. But um, like the other extension of that philosophy or thought, it's not really philosophy, but thought is that they will say, well, racism does exist. It doesn't matter if Obama got voted in, which is really weird because people say that Trump got voted in through racism. So what's the point? The point is the racists didn't come out. They came out for Trump, but didn't come out to keep Obama out. So the racists just these racist people just didn't vote for 2 election cycles, 8 years. It's, that's a tough argument to make, tough pill to swallow, but that's a little bit what we got with this build series conversation, because they approached that point right away. The Allison Williams, which I realized until I was watching an interview that she's the girl, one of the girls from Girls. She's Marley, and I don't know what the heck, man, but she's way hotter in that show than she is in Get Out. So I don't know, but holy crap, is that girl beautiful? Like, my God. Um, like, even during this interview, she's just like sitting between these two guys, and it's like, whoa, like, man, like, everyone else get out of their room. I just want to listen to her talk. Yeah, so yeah, it's bad. There's this movie. I took power notes. They're not really for you know for some reason, they want you to believe that this is a great movie because this is someone's first movie. Which is like, I don't know. Is it Martin Scorsese's Who's Knocking on My Door? Like, is it Ron Howard's Grand Theft Auto? Um, like, there's first movies. Is it Citizen Kane? Like that's a first movie. This Jordan Peele guy, I'm not even sure who the heck he is. I haven't looked into it, but apparently he's like did TV stuff. He's a comedian dude or something or other. But like, he knows the process. He knows writing. He knows production. He knows like he would know how to make a movie, and I think this might be a second movie. We can maybe look that up real quick. Or maybe he's written movies. I'm not really sure, but everyone says that he is a first time filmmaker. Let's see here. Well, he has like a heck of a bibliography already. So filmography here. I don't know. This doesn't even. Let's see. Keanu. What's Keanu? Just a cat movie. Keanu. Okay. So yeah, first movie. Great. Awesome. Does that make Get Out any better? Definitely not. Like, I think there are signs of a first-time filmmaker all over this thing. So, what do we have? We have this like gimmick where black people are paranoid in white neighborhoods, which is really kind of like also a weird thought because the crime in black neighborhoods and blacks is astronomical. There's endless horror stories of black and white crime in black neighborhoods, as you would call. I would have to look them up, but like, just people getting kidnapped and tortured and raped and burned alive, and like, I don't know. There was just footage put out of black teens watching a man drown, and they took the footage on their iPhones. I'm pretty sure that's from a black neighborhood. So, what's your point in a controlled, in a nice controlled, quote unquote white neighborhood? Black people feel unsafe. Well, if that's true, you're an idiot, and that's on you. So that's where the movie begins. Invokes Trayvon Martin, which is again very odd. Cause any facts about that incident you want. Oh, and real quick too, we're getting really cool lighting here. It's raining. I kind of like the atmosphere. Oh, and look, we have a emergency alert coming in through my phone, which is a little bit scary that they can do that. They can just push out a message like that. But anyway, yeah. So you hear that thunder? How fitting is that? How fitting that this is like a controversial podcast, and then we got thunder and lightning rolling through. Oh God, I love it. But yeah, so I kind of reject that right off the bat. Um, Again, getting to the gimmick, they lure in black youth, and they come in under the guise of loving a white girl, and the family's awkward. They don't know how to act around black people, and then they steal their bodies and put their minds and consciousness into the body, which is like really shaky explanation. Kind of didn't follow it, but I thought they did it through hypnosis at one point. But then they actually take the brain out. They swap the brains, so there's like an operation, and it's like, what the freak is this? It's just stupid. Yeah. So okay, so we go from the neighborhood to, um, you know, um, our two focal characters are packing bags to go to the white girl's parents' house. And oh, keep in mind that acting in this movie is incredible. It's incredibly well acted, and I would even say like well crafted. It's a well crafted movie. I don't want to take anything away from that. So they're packing, and then the white girl's like, well, it's not a big deal. My parents don't know that you're black, and this dude's like, well, I think it is. Well, then, what are you doing then? What are you doing? You're putting yourself in this crazy situation, for what exactly? I'm not even sure what you're pursuing. I, there's no statement of love in this movie, like at all. That this guy would make this sacrifice for her because he doesn't care. He just loves her and he wants to get this like out of the way. So, which is really weird. That could have been in that scene, should have been in that scene, I feel. And he's like, well, it's weird when people don't know that you are dating a black guy. Like as if there's like a seminar you have to send the family to. So, and she's like, nah, let's just go. So he calls his friend on the way there, and his friend's like, his friend's probably the best character in the whole movie because he acts as the audience, and probably comes off as funnier than he should at times. But his friend's like, no, like don't go, like sex slaves, and they use that till the end of the movie, which is fine. So he meets the family, and we get some of the shots from the trailer. He's like, oh, I voted for Obama. Like, hey, here's black people, and he's like this and that, and then they have like a black servant, and it's just awkward. Dinner party happens, things awkward. Okay, the guy that's abducted in the beginning of the movie shows up at this dinner party, very awkward. So you're almost like what in the structure of the environment, where we are story wise. Okay, within this world, this scenario, these things that we're already seen. Okay, where are we at logically, like within the story, and we have a breaking point. The movie breaks as soon as he interacts and has his first awkward dealings with the father. It breaks out early. The breaking point is like, all right, so you have created immortality. All right, you're immortal. You have your daughter, relative, whatever. You let her go into the world, and she lures black men into your home. And there's like a they call it bingo, but you to like kind of like the highest bidder gets the black body and they become a black person, essentially. So you have this giant apparatus. Why would you want any of that to be awkward? What value other than you're trying to make a point that does not exist? Like you're forcing a point, and that's where my anger comes from. Think of nature. Think of like the Venus flytrap. Think of like snakes. Think of like how insects hunt, where they're beautiful like colors and they're almost like hypnotic, and they lure in their prey and then they strike. It's pleasant. It's pleasant to look at. Sometimes there's scents and there's odors, and it lures in the prey. Okay, that's the best scenario if you're going to do this practice. You're going to have have this dude show up, and it's going to be like freaking awesome. It's going to be amazing. This dude's going to be like, oh my god, like we got to come back here. Like your parents are like dope as shizzes. Like let's bring the party. Okay, like spring break pours for everyone. Okay, but no, you get racism, subtle racism, I believe that they define it as, which completely breaks the movie. And then we have like a couple really weak scares, really weak, okay? And then the part that I didn't understand at all about this movie is the people who are already swapped. They're like the grandparents to some extent, I think. Well, I'll sit down with Mark and he'll better explain some of this because he loves the movie. And they talk towards him in a very weird, creepy way, which at times, all the times that we see these interactions, especially with the guy at the party from the beginning of the movie, it serves the movie and it moves it forward. Adds like a weird note. There's like an uneasy tension that gets unveiled when these black characters who are already swapped speak. But then you realize, like what happened to them. You're like, well, why would you do this? Like, you don't have like full like cognitive function. Like, I'm so freaking I just don't get it. Like, why would you do that? And you kind of walk around the world like an idiot in a way. It's just dumb. I don't get it. And then we have the ending. Like I would say the best part of this movie is the third act, where the main, like the focal point, what's his name? Daniel. That's the actor's name. Just goes through the house murdering people. Awesome. I think the third act, the wrap up, perfect. Like, this movie ended on a crazy high note. Everything that led into it was just garbage. Courage. You want to talk about like courage, making movies with courage? Sure. Flip it. Flip the script and show me courage. Show me a white girl going into a black family for the first time, and show me how that's racist, because I've been a part of that. I've seen that. Like, that's a part of America. That's a reality. You want to expose what's underneath the hood? Talk about that. Have some balls. Have some freaking balls. Jordan Peele on this one interview was like, well, people have to trust you to make a movie like this because it's a tough thing. Okay, all the people that run the companies that back them are white people companies. Sorry. And you made the movie for $4.5 million. Easily, you can make that on Kickstarter. I think Harbinger Down raised maybe $12 million, I believe, and that's on Netflix with Lance Henriksen. So I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing about this movie that, even from that standpoint, seems courageous. I think the comparisons to Rosemary's Baby, Separate Wives, and so on and so forth, no. That's a stretch. Those are great movies. Rosemary, that's what they did on this interview. They compared it to Rosemary's Baby. No. Rosemary's Baby is a masterpiece. It will go down in history as one of the best ever. This movie will be forgotten and washed away because it has no feet to stand on. It's a fad, and it will just, you know what this movie is? Pamela Anderson, barbed wire, okay? Anna Nicole Smith, uh, tower or skyscraper, right? Someone looked that up and verified. I think that was Anna Nicole Smith's first action movie. It's called Skyscraper. Okay. No. To be courageous is to go to uncharted territory, to go a place that we know exists, that no one has gone yet. And this, if that was the theme of the movie, like, holy crap, this movie would have been bigger than what it was. It would have been bigger. But no, you go for the low hanging fruit, you'd be cheap. You're hitting someone in the back of the head, okay? You're being cheap. You're being a punk, okay? That's how I view this movie. Do I think it's entertaining from scene to scene to a certain extent? Yes. But like I said, it's all about those payoffs at the end where he just like murders his captors, and that's more what it is. He just murdered his captors. That's it. So you want to see those people die. It has nothing to do with the racial tones of the movie. Do I think this guy has more in him? I really don't. I really don't. If this is like his first attempt, and you're just cheap in your first attempt, you don't have substance. I'm sorry, buddy. You're just gonna fade away. Prove me wrong. I would love the Dream Warriors prediction here, which I'm so upset at. Again, John and I were so wrong on Dunkirk. We were off by 20 million on Dunkirk, 20 million on Dunkirk. But, Dunkirk's a real movie. This is not. Movies like this, yeah, there's real ones out there. I think The Void and Clown on Netflix far exceed this movie because they're at least daring. They get a little bit of cahoots involved. But look, I got things to do. There's a WWE pay-per-view coming on. I'm not feeling too well. I'm just going to save this conversation. I might add to it. But signing off for now. Dream Warriors out.